Hey, this is Brandon Treat, Laura Buick GMC. Wanted to do a quick little video on the 2014 GMC Sierra all-terrain. First I'm going to do is show you kind of the exterior, then a few things on the interior, and we'll go from there. So starting with the exterior, one of the most striking things you'll notice about the all-terrain edition, the front and back bumpers are actually color-coded to the body. So it's a bit of a different look. With every one of our Sierras, the front bumper, the back bumper are always going to be kind of a chrome. So in this case, we're talking about a vehicle that's going to have a bit more of a consistent color all around. When you add the lifted element and you add the aftermarket wheels that are black, it really creates a pretty tough look, something that you're not going to find on a stock vehicle. In this case, this is a vehicle that's had a 6-inch lift already added to it, and in addition to that, we've got 20-inch fuel wheels, 35-inch trail grappler tires. So, in this case, we're talking about a vehicle that's already had the modification done to it. It's got a couple hundred miles on it. We put some test miles to make sure that everything's tight before we go to make them saleable for the customer. So I'm going to do a basic little walk around here and then show you some of the features that are going to be in play. With the all-terrain edition, one of the features that's also added here in the front, you've got your park assist sensors. So when you get close to an object in the front, it is going to beep at you, just kind of let you know the proximity. You're going to find it here in the back as well. And kind of the set of sensors. One of the changes for the 2014 body, on both sides of the bed here, you're going to have the foot rails. Makes it a little easier to gain access, combined with the handrails. Basically one hand there, one foot there, and you're able to climb in and gain access to the bed. One of the other features on this particular truck, we've got the chrome running boards here along the side. You can kind of see some of the lift components here when it comes to the what's been altered as far as part of the lift that's been added. In this case, again, we are talking about a 6-inch lift. We do have different variations there. There is a 4-inch lift, but this one is the full 6-inch lift. Here in the bed, you've also got the LED lights. Kind of hard to see at this angle, but they are kind of under the rail there. So if you add a tonneau cover, you're able to turn on the lights at night and still see what's under the bed. Gives you a lot more ability to keep tabs in your cargo with than a lot of the old traditional trucks, especially when you add a tonneau cover. Now I'll show you a few things on the interior. So first thing you'll notice, with the SLT edition, this one's got black leather interior throughout. You do have, you're also going to notice you've got power controls here for the driver's seat. Up here in the upper left console, they kind of rearranged and repositioned the trailer brake controller to make it a little bit easier to access, so you don't have to take your eyes off the road to adjust the gain when you're actually navigating down the road with with the load trailered behind you. As far as the other controls here, your automatic lighting, you've got your 4-wheel drive settings. You can go in basically all-wheel drive mode or specific 4-wheel drive depending on what your needs are at that point in time. Here on the steering wheel, you're able to see it is kind of a leather wrapped steering wheel in the SLT, so it's got a very comfortable look to it, a very seamless kind of design. Some of the controls here are going to include adjustments. So on the navigation panel behind the steering wheel, you're going to be able to access a great deal of information going from option to option here with the different arrows. In addition to that, you've got your 2 buttons primarily for voice activation and ending calls, but they're linked to your Bluetooth as well for making and receiving calls. Here in the console, you're going to see a number of different buttons. This first one is for your adjustable foot pedals. The second one is traction control. You're rarely going to need to turn that off, but usually it's going to be on by default. This is your LED lights. There's kind of a light here that lights up, so it's kind of a toggle on and off, and that's your LED lights in the bed that go on and off. These are your parking assist warnings, so you could toggle that on and off, so both the front and back will be toggled on or off depending on what you need. And here, as far as these access, you do have a 110 electrical outlet over there. You've got 2 different outlets for car chargers and such, and then several USB ports that can also be tied to your audio system. So a few pieces of information when you are navigating these menus here for your information system. Kind of shows your fuel economy more recently and shows your instant fuel economy as you go along. You're also able to adjust this depending on how you want to measure it. Going through a few of the different settings. These are just a few of the pieces of information you can obtain as you scroll through. This goes through how many miles till empty. Obviously this one's real low in gas. Oil life remaining, goes through your tire pressure all the way around and things like that. You can also use this system to access your audio, and see your settings there. You can see the artist, the station, things of that nature. If you're looking at a system that's got navigation, you're also able to use it to check and see what your next turn is going to be. Now over here on the stereo system, you've got a home button here. You can press that. It's going to give you access to your main systems. They've made it nice and simple. So let's say in this case you want nav, you just press nav, nothing else to it. You don't have to press a whole lot of buttons to get there. This is going to come up with an instant view of where you're at currently, and then you can hit net. So at this point my phone's near death and I'm running out of space, so I'm just going to do a physical walk around so you can kind of see the vehicle from every angle with the lift and go from there.